Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ray. Today we will be looking at your detailed tarot predictions for the rest of 2023. So let's get started. Okay, Taurus, we start with the Six of Cups here, and we also have this Two of Cups, which shows me that potentially for some of you in 2023, potentially at the beginning of the year, there could be some sort of past person coming back around to try to apologize to you for a reconciliation or relationship renewal. I don't necessarily know if you're going to be too focused on the past person in 2023, however, Taurus, because I feel like you've got something new coming your way instead. Especially if you're single right now, you're not going to be single for long. I feel like most of you are going to meet this new person within the first half of the year. And there is a lot of potential for the two of you to become like more serious, for this to be a permanent relationship. So I'm not necessarily seeing you too focused on the past person. Some of you might apologize to this person and hear them out, just to bury the hatchet between the two of you so that you can move on with your lives. For some of you, this might not be an ex, it could be like an old friend that you had a falling out with or a difficult relationship with a family member. And I am seeing the two of you put those old issues and that history between the two of you to rest. But I'm not necessarily seeing this as like you getting back together with an ex. I feel like you're more focused on the future right now in 2023 and more focused on yourself. With this Two of Cups here, we also have heart to heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other as your first quarter love oracle message. And again, if this is a past person coming around, for some of you, you could be like renewing your relationship with this person, like catching up from the past. And honestly, I'm seeing just like the two of you getting closure. Like I said, burying the hatchet, trying to talk things out, clear the air, squash the beef, and really honestly and openly discussing your feelings with each other about what went wrong in the past. Or again, even if this is like an old friend or a different person that you had some sort of falling out with, like trying to like apologize to each other and bridge that gap. Like this person might reach out to extend the olive branch because they're feeling guilty for the way that they treated you in the past and they want to make things right between the two of you, even if the two of you don't like become friends. I feel like the two of you are going to have an important conversation again, for most of you, towards the beginning half of the year. You have this Four of Swords here. I feel like most of you are focused on yourselves right now, taking the time out to rest and recharge your batteries. If you're single, some of you might even be like taking a break from dating altogether. And if that message resonates with you, you've been thinking of just like stopping like dating around. If you have dating apps, you might be like deleting all of them because you're just tired, you're like emotionally exhausted from all the swiping. For some of you, I'm hearing that if you are single, you're not going to meet your person like the way that you expect to. Like once you give up on dating, that's when they're going to pop up because you're going to be more focused on yourself and your own emotional needs, and that's going to help you manifest the person that you need in your life. So some of you right now just need to focus on your physical and mental health and make your own emotional needs a priority. You have this Four of Wands, but it came out in reverse, and you have your Let Your Friends Help You card, ask for and accept support from others, Taurus. This is more towards like the second quarter of the year. Potentially in April, this could be happening for some of you. I'm seeing some sort of conflict like in your home life in the spring. And for those of you who are like still living with your families, that could just be like not like broken home, but you know what I mean? Like instability or some sort of like uncertainty in your living space. There might be family conflicts that pop up this year that you have to deal with. If you're single right now, this could be you will know who this person is because they're going to come across as very flighty, very forgetful, like very, oh, whatever, that kind of attitude, very dismissive. And some of you could be dealing with like a commitment phobe. You have to take the time and the space to think about whether or not this person feels like home to you. For some of you, this person could be a fake friend. For those of you who are already in a solid connection, you're not single right now and you want to know what your relationship will look like throughout 2023. Again, I'm seeing for some of you there could be some sort of conflict popping up in the spring, potentially in April, especially if you live with this person. Some of you might be encountering like some sort of financial issues in your home or in living together. For those of you who have a roommate, I'm hearing like if you're moving in with another person, it doesn't have to be a romantic connection. Some of you could be having like, you could have a very difficult roommate and there's going to be conflict with somebody that you live with in the spring at some point. For those of you who are single, again, I feel like you do have a new person coming your way, but it feels like that person is going to come in more towards like the middle of the year or the second half of the year. In like the first quarter or so, I'm seeing you attracting a lot of this unstable energy. That's not your fault, but I feel like, again, the longer you focus on yourself and just not necessarily prioritize your relationships, the more you can get rid of this energy. Because I'm feeling like a lot of you in the past and also potentially into the first half of the year or so are going to be encountering a lot of this unstable energy, flighty people, commitment phobes. You know, the future between the two of you is unstable or uncertain. They're not really giving you any real offers, or people who just want like something more casual, that kind of thing. Again, let your friends help you. Okay, for some of you, that could be literal, especially if you're on dating apps or you decide to delete them. You might be talking to your friends more, hanging out with your friends more, literally getting advice from them about people that you're seeing so that your friends can help you differentiate between those red flags. Especially if this is like a pattern in your relationships, Taurus. If this is the kind of relationship that you usually end up attracting or manifesting for yourselves, some of you might have to kind of ask yourselves in 2023, what is it about myself that I can focus on so that I stop attracting this instability? We have the Sun card here towards the middle of the year. I feel like that Four of Wands reversed will kind of eventually blow over and the situation will right itself, especially if you, with this Four of Swords, just focus on yourself, on recharging your batteries, on taking the rest that you need, because we have the Sun card here as well. So I feel like this situation is short-lived. It will blow over. It might be a shorter conflict, or potentially it'll just resolve itself and you can just go back to focusing on yourself, on positive vibes, on gratitude is the attitude. And again, we also have the Ten of Pentacles here. So for some of you, I'm feeling like you could be meeting a new person towards like the second half of the year or potentially the middle of the year. And whatever connection that you're kind of like doing away with in the first half of the year with that Four of Wands reversed, it's like once that initial connection is moved on and removed from your life, once that falls apart, you attract somebody new who's going to be much better for you. Because I feel like there's much more potential between you and this new person with the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles here than there was with that past person or with this other connection that's coming in with that Six of Cups and this Four of Wands reversed. Like I said, I feel like most of you need to focus on the future instead of focusing on the past this year. You have the Five of Pentacles here. We do have a lot of Pentacles on the table. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. So I just want to put a small side message out there for some of you, especially if you are very successful in business or your career, or you're comfortable, or you're a little bit wealthier in terms of finances. Some of you could have a habit of attracting people who are only attracted to you for your money or your success, especially with that Four of Wands in reversed there. That instability could be coming from potentially financial abuse for some of you. So just make sure that you're very careful about your finances this year. Some of you could run into money troubles. Some of you have like retail therapy is an issue of yours, or you might be a shopaholic. You need to watch that because you could potentially run into some financial issues this year if you're not careful about how you budget. But the Five of Pentacles is also about abandonment issues. So for some of you, this could be personal, especially things from your past that you've been dealing with, or potentially this could be something that stems from childhood from you. This could be the other person's energy as well, something that they're dealing with. With this Express Your Love card here, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Again, I feel like for some of you, this person coming in, money might be part of their love language for you, especially if it's the other person who has money, not you. They might like to spoil people, like acts of service. They might go out of their way to like buy things for you or do something nice for you, and that's just how they show affection. And for some of you, it might make you uncomfortable. Starting in the second half of the year, we have this Ten of Pentacles. So there is a happy ending here, especially if you're going through money troubles with that Five of Pentacles in the first half of the year. I'm seeing that being like a short-term issue. It's not something that's going to be like absolute financial ruin. Like I'm seeing you coming out of that cycle and getting the stability that you want. Some of you could be very focused on your career and finances towards the middle of the year, especially if you are experiencing some sort of financial issue. For some of you, I'm hearing that that could be what that connection is between this Five of Pentacles and the Four of Wands reversed, that instability or some sort of conflict in your home life. There could be something financial involved there as well. But I feel like you're going to come out of that, okay? Because with this Ten of Pentacles here, we have a happy ending card, the ending of a cycle, okay? It's about community, communal support, okay? Focusing on your family and your friends, on building stability with a person if you have one or if there's one coming in for you. It's about building a legacy, it's about wealth. For some of you with this Sun card here, I'm almost hearing if you're already in a stable connection, again, some of you could be thinking about taking the next step together this year. And you could just have to think about financial problems together, especially if you're thinking of moving in together or buying new property together with that Four of Wands reversed. The two of you might have to get like joint bank accounts or figure out your budgeting, get on the same page about money. And that could be what this argument is, or this instability in your home life if the two of you are trying to figure things out financially right now. But I am seeing the two of you coming out of that together with this Sun card here and the Ten of Pentacles. Again, focusing on positive vibes, serious relationship with plans for the future being made. If the two of you work through this together and take it step by step, this could be something long term. You have the Three of Pentacles here, and you have this engagement card. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of engagement. If you are already in a stable connection and the two of you are thinking of taking the next step this year, this could be literal for some of you. You might be getting engaged this year, and that could also be what those financial issues are about. If the two of you want to get married, you might have a lot to figure out in terms of planning a wedding, in terms of budgeting, in terms of moving in together, buying new property, that kind of thing. And there could be a lot of financial issues involved in the two of you trying to blend your lives together. But even if you don't believe in marriage, just blending two lives together in general, your love life is ascending to a higher level of engagement. Especially if you're single right now, you might find that if you're attracting a new person, there's still a lot of work that needs to be put into a new relationship so that two people can blend their lives together harmoniously. And that takes teamwork with this Three of Pentacles here. It takes communication and collaboration and synergy so that the two of you can build something together, build a future together. I'm also seeing again for some of you towards the middle of the year, 5, 10, Three of Pentacles. This could be more about your career and finances, just making progress and getting the financial results that you want, making the next moves and taking the next steps in your career. And this could even be if you work in a team environment, harmony between you and your coworkers or your employees, a good relationship with you and your employer, and things could be moving forward in business as well. But again, I feel like it's slow progress because Pentacles energy is slow and steady wins the race. So you are making steps forward. You have the Ace of Wands here. Again, I feel like for most of you, this is a new beginning that you're attracting in 2023, Taurus. For some of you, it could be a new idea or a new project, a new business venture. If you're looking for a new job opportunity entirely, this could be a new career path. But for most of you, again, I feel like you're attracting some sort of new commitment in terms of a person your way, especially if you're single right now. Or this could be a new cycle between you and a current person. And there's a lot of passionate, fiery energy here. This might be you being very passionate about what you do, very concentrated and focused on your goals, having that inner drive, that motivation to move forward, to carry out your plans. This could be passion for another person, or this person could feel very passionately about you. For some of you, this might even start off as something like more physical, more casual, and then it grows into something more over time. But I feel like there is a lot of potential here because there are a lot of positive cards on the table. We have the Chariot here towards the end of the year. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. And again, the Chariot here is about drive, okay? It's about willpower. It's about victory. I feel like you're coming out on top here. For some of you, this could be you focused on your goals, on your achievements, on your accomplishments, driving straight towards the finish line, keeping your eye on the prize, staying very motivated and getting what you want. For some of you, this could be you and a person moving forward together in your new relationship, especially once you get on the same page and you align your values, especially if the two of you are planning a future together, or if this is a new person that you're thinking of in the long term. For some of you, there could potentially be some car issues coming up in 2023, especially with this Four of Wands reversed and all of these pentacles here, because we have the Chariot here, which is about physical movement sometimes too. That could be that financial issue that you might be running into this year if you're experiencing some sort of car troubles. Or potentially some of you could be doing some traveling this year, or this might be a connection that has some physical distance involved. This might involve like a relocation for some of you in terms of your work, or again, potentially with that Four of Wands in reverse, some of you could be moving. You have the Knight of Pentacles here. I'm seeing this as your energy, but you could be dealing with another earth sign, another Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, so take it how it resonates. If this is your energy towards the end of the year, again, you might be shifting your focus to your pentacles right now. Focused on your career and your finances. There might be a specific project that you're dead set on, because the Knight of Coins is dedicated to fulfilling that harvest. And the Knight of Coins is, again, slow energy. But just because you're moving slowly doesn't mean you're not moving forward at all. Some of you might be frustrated towards the end of the year if you feel like you're stuck, or you're not making the progress that you want, or you're not seeing the results that you wanted as fast. It's just because those progresses are not coming to you quickly. That doesn't mean that they're not coming. Knight of Pentacles is about like one step at a time, building routine. With this Six of Cups here, again, I feel like for some of you, there could be a past person coming your way in 2023. I feel like for most of you, that's in the first half of the year. But for some of you, it could be, especially if you're thinking of reconnecting with this person and like just being friends with them and trying to renew that relationship in some way in 2023. Because of the history here with these nostalgic vibes from the Six of Cups, some of you could feel like this connection or this situation is bringing up a lot of old wounds from your past that the two of you had thought you had gotten over. And it's kind of like you're questioning why all of these issues are resurfacing. You have the Knight of Swords at the end of the year. Some of you could have an air sign coming your way. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have two knights here with the Knight of Coins and the Knight of Swords. So again, there could be things moving very quickly towards the end of the year, but these are two very contrasting energies. The Knight of Coins takes things slow, and the Knight of Swords is fast, fast, fast movement, like chaotic movement, very messy situations. That doesn't mean that there's something that's going to fall apart here, but it feels like towards the end of the year, there's something that you're focused on that you might be very intensely focused on here. Potentially towards the point of obsession for some of you. So if this is about your career and finances, again, remember to keep that Four of Swords energy. If things are moving quickly towards the end of the year and you're struggling to keep up, you still need to schedule in enough time for yourself, enough downtime so that you can relax and take care of yourself and focus on self-care. If this is a person, again, I'm seeing this potentially as a past person, or a conflict with a current person that the two of you have had before. And for some of you, this might be like a reoccurring issue between the two of you. I'm seeing communication issues here for some of you with this Knight of Swords. If there's a past person coming your way in 2023, Taurus, with this Knight of Swords here, they might be a little obsessed with you. So again, I feel like most of you need to focus on the new person or on your current connection instead of focusing on the past. For some of you, there could also be a conflict at the end of the year because the Knight of Swords usually brings drama. And for some of you, again, this could just be like a miscommunication that goes too far. Clarifying the Five of Pentacles is the Temperance card. Some of you could have a Sagittarius coming your way. Whether this is a financial issue that you're encountering in the middle of the year or a personal issue, The message here is to focus on temperance, to focus on your inner sense of balance. Again, especially if this is something, your own issue, this could be about stress and anxiety in the workplace. Make sure that you're still focusing on your inner sense of balance, on rest and relaxation, especially when things feel shaky right now or unstable. That's when focusing on your physical and your mental health becomes most important. You should always make your emotional needs a priority. If this is an issue between you and another person, or even potentially if somebody here does have abandonment issues, again, focusing on your inner sense of balance, focusing on healing, on moving forward together. In relationships, this imagery also reminds me of compromise, because this angel character is pouring a cup of water into a cup of fire and trying to balance two very different energies. For some of you, you could have like an opposites attract connection coming your way. And the two of you are going to have to compromise and learn to meet in the middle so that you can get on the same page and move forward together. If somebody is stuck in the past, that's never going to happen. Somebody could be holding a grudge here, especially if this is an issue that the two of you have had before. It might not be intentional, it might be self-sabotage. But again, whatever this conflict is, the two of you need to focus on synergy right now, especially with that Three of Pentacles, and focus on moving forward as a team. And it's going to take slow, steady patience. Clarifying the Knight of Swords is the Four of Swords again. This is why I pull from multiple decks, Taurus, to get those signs and synchronicities. We have the Four of Swords twice here from two different decks. Basically, the universe saying, confirming the message and saying, I meant what I said. I feel like your main focus in 2023 needs to be on yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in career and finances, in personal relationships, focusing on balance, focusing on making your own emotional needs your top priority, especially because I feel like some of you might be encountering like a lot of impatience this year. Like there's a rushed energy throughout all of this year where it feels like whenever you encounter some sort of obstacle, you get frustrated, or you might lose patience with yourself or lose patience with another person. And that's when it's time for you to kind of take a time out, stop rushing around, and just take the time that you need to breathe. Okay, Taurus, I feel like those were the messages that you needed to hear for the rest of 2023. I hope you enjoyed your yearly reading. If any of these messages resonate, you can comment down below to let me know, or like this video as well. If you never want to miss a tarot reading from me, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on those bell notifications so you are notified every time I upload a reading for you. You can follow me on all my socials if you want to. I post weekly messages on Facebook and Twitter, and I post cute little random pick-a-card readings on Instagram. So if you're interested in any of that, the links will be in the description box below, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye!